What's up, guys? This is Aggro again here. This time I've got probably the most boring review I've ever made. Probably the most generic. This is the Gemmy 2020 6-foot Pilgrim turkey. Now, the reason why I say it's the most generic, boring review I've ever done is because Gemmy has remade this design so much, it's not even funny. This design's come out every year since 2002, and while there's been different versions and different fans and whatnot on this one, it's the same concept all the time. And, it's just, this design is just a classic. There's not much to say on it. It's just a classic. This one I got from Amazon for about $35 free of shipping. And you could see, here's the box, here's the front, and here's the back. Then the other sides are the same. So, yeah. Well, you could see, copyright 2020. I believe it's 2021, 2020. Yeah, so that's just the box. I'll go out, lay it out, inflate it, and I'll be right back. Real quickly, before I go ahead and inflate it, I just wanted to show what fan this has. So just like the Mickey and Pluto I reviewed the other day, this is a YF60. Which, if I'm being real, this design's always needed something more like a YF80, but even though this fan's weak, it does do the job of inflating this relatively well, so yeah, there's not much to the fan itself other than that, so I'll go ahead and inflate it. Alright, he's laid out on the ground here, and I'll go ahead and inflate him. Here he goes. I think I might have to help him up here because of how he's orientated, but I'm not sure. I think he might come up on his own. Wow. Well, guys, here he is. The 6-foot Pilgrim turkey. So, being that this is a design that always gets re-released every year, there isn't much to him at all, really. I mean, what can I say except this design's just really nice and I like it a lot. Being that it's a new inflatable, this guy has no thin spots, obviously. Even though it has been used for quite some time. It was out last year, after all. Sorry about that. This guy has, if I'm not mistaken, this guy has either 5 or 6 lights. There's 1 in his body, there's 1 in his head, and there's 3 in his back feathers, or whatever you call them. His plumage. Yes. Let me reorientate that. Sorry. Yeah. So, and you can see his eyes right here. These are always really nice, these eyes. At least they're not screen printed. Now, I know there are cheap fan versions of this, and I easily could have gotten those, but it's a cheap fan. So I went for the base fan version, obviously. Now, funny story, for the longest time, I didn't even realize it, but the head on this guy was out. I thought, oh, maybe the light string may have fallen out, but no, it was literally because the light, the C7 in the turkey's head was out. So, I recently got to fixing that before this review was made. He has 2 tether attachments. One right here, and 1 right there. His scarf is a different material, like it's not part of the inflatable. It's sort of a paperish, crinkly material. It is starting to get a little bit faded from use, so You can see his gobbler right there. That doesn't inflate either, so doesn't this. They don't get a lot of air, if they even do get air. Here's his hat. The buckle on his hat is actually embroidered on. It's not like... And then here are his legs. Now, there actually are standing versions of this turkey from like 2004, 2005. They're like 8 feet tall, and being real, it just looks so uncanny. Not uncanny, but it looks ugly compared to the one that's sitting down. So yeah, I prefer this version more, obviously. Here is plumage. See right there. I'd say this guy is about 5 feet tall and 6 feet long. That's probably how big he is. It's not a tiny design at all. Well, compared to inflatables these days, it is, but when it was new, it's probably pretty good. So, yeah. Here is the Gemmy 2020. This is a Gemmy 2020-2021 6-foot turkey. Now, I'm really happy to actually have this one in my collection. This is one that I obviously needed to get because almost every collector and inflatable person has this one. This is also a really classic design. I'm really glad I got it for how cheap it was. And he will be in my displays next year. So, yeah, this is Aggro here. And I will sign off. Like and subscribe and follow for more. See ya.